Yo, what's going on, everybody? The Cool Geek here. I'm at you with another video, and today I am doing a collab with Konoha TV Network. Say what's up.
What's going on, Konoha TV Network?
Yeah, and we're doing our take on Minato versus the Third Raikage, and debunking a few claims that Swag Kage made in his video. Mainly the Rasen Shuriken did no damage, like not a scratch. I mean, it didn't do that much damage, but even still, it did do some damage. And besides, Kakasu died by the Rasen Shuriken, and you didn't see any scratches on him, so, I thought that was important to bring up too. And also, a link in the iCard should pop up anytime now on the top right on the screen. A link to Konoha's video on the Third Raikage about approximately how tough he should be. It's a really good video. Go check it out. Or else I'm gonna drop Yuki on your house, okay? But, you want to start off explaining about the Third Raikage?
Sure. I would love to do the honor. So the video is called "The Strongest Shield." It's a 24-minute video, and I really put some great stuff in there. Some great evidence, great images, great music, great everything. So now we're here collaborating on the Third Raikage versus Minato, and I thought that maybe we should start off with a live Third Raikage versus a live Minato. So, um, should I yield the floor, or do you want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna come out and just flat out say it that I don't think there's really a chance for Minato. Okay, so if we look at speed wise, Minato will take the speed, right? Because he has the flying Raja, right? And he can
Right.
spread kunai all over the place, pretty much all over the battlefield, really. And that gives him, I guess some kind of advantage, although there's still like a lot of other stats that we have to take into consideration. Okay, if we're
Right.
talking about physical strength, that goes to the Third Raikage. If we're talking about chakra and stamina, that goes to the Third Raikage. If we're talking about um, ninjutsu, I can't really say because I don't really know too much of like what's in Minato's arsenal. Like we haven't really seen much. Like we know that he uses lightning, and he uses three other elements that I can't really think of off the top of my head.
Yeah, he uses a few
And he
nature
also has,
transformations, but you really never see them, right?
yeah, exactly. But we know that he has sealing jutsu as well. Like the Reaper Death Seal. He can do the Rasengan, and of course Flying Thunder God, which is a signature technique for him that he pretty much mastered. And he can do a lot of variations with that. And in terms of taijutsu, obviously you got to give that to the Third Raikage because he specializes in what they call nin taijutsu, which are basically like one-shot techniques. Like lariats that can like split your organs and all that shit. So,
Yeah.
genjutsu wise, neither one of them possess like any kind of like special tier of genjutsu skills, so I guess we can go ahead and skip that. Durability obviously goes to Third Raikage. Intelligence, well, they're both intelligent, but we've seen Minato, like in terms of strategy, do a lot more, so I'm going to give intelligence to Minato.
Right.
I yield the floor.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I 100% agree, except I think Minato has a slight chance. I'm not saying it's like he'll definitely win. Like, when me and Konoha were talking, like, I said Minato, if they fought 10 times, Minato would probably win, like, 6, at, like, high diff. Like, it would be the hardest fight he's ever had in his life. And I say win as a vague term. Like, I'd say he'd probably realize he has to use the Reaper Death Seal, and that's technically not a win. It's actually a draw, but he still takes the Third Raikage's life in that case. And I think that's really the only thing he has. And the only reason I say he has that is because it was shown that he sealed Kurama into half into him and half into Naruto. But that's the only thing I see him having, and I guess now that I say it, it's really not a win, but a draw, I guess. What do you think about Reaper Death
Yeah,
Seal?
yeah, no, I agree with you because, I was just going over the stats, but if we look at the actual fight, like Minato would do a good job at staying out of harm's way because I mean Minato is already clever, and on
Right.
top of that, with that flying Raijin jutsu, and he's a really good teleporter. Even Toby Rama admitted that he was a better teleporter, so he'll do a good job at staying out of harm's way for the most part. He doesn't have to worry about the third Raikage getting the better of him in speed, even though the Raikage will be probably faster than him in raw speed. Minato's teleportation will literally make it, I don't want to say impossible, but it'll be like extremely
Yeah,
difficult.
like
So
nigh
he'll do a good
impossible.
job. Yeah, yeah, he'll do a good job at staying out of harm's way. But he can't keep that up forever. So he's gonna have to come up with a strategy. Come up, try to get some distance between the third Raikage, and if he uses the Reaper Death Seal, which you can't say that a technique like that wouldn't work. It actually would, but if he does it, nobody wins the fight. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
I
less of
think
a
that would.
win, it's more of a draw. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. But that's if Minato wants to risk it. But if he doesn't, then
Yeah, I'd say there's
ah,
like 1 out of 10 chance he'd like a good 6 out of. It depends on the circumstances they're fighting in too. Uh, like if
yeah,
Minato has to kill the third Raikage, or else something's gonna happen. Like I don't know, maybe if the third Raikage survived or something till Minato became Hokage, and like the third Raikage decided to raid the Leaf Village or something. I don't know. Like if they met under
yeah,
some weird circumstances like that,
yeah.
Minato might use the Reaper Death Seal.
Yeah, and here's another thing, right? The only other chance that Minato would have is he would have to try to figure out some way to try to get the third Raikage to hit him with his own technique, which, like like I said, that's going to be difficult to do.
Right. Yeah, and that's
that
another thing
the
too.
whole thing that took place between him and Yuki was like a one-time thing. So it's not like something that you can just say, okay, well, I'm going to come up with a strategy to try to get him to, try to, because I mean, it can work, but what are the odds, right?
Right. Yeah, and the thing is too that I'm glad you brought that up. That it's a possibility that Minato can hit him with his own technique, because when Swag Kage did his video, they said, well, he had direct intel from someone that said he hit him with his own technique, but that's not exactly true. Naruto asked Yuki, and he was like, I don't know, maybe it was my tailed beast bomb, maybe it wasn't. And then Naruto actually figured it out after that. That after he couldn't perform the tailed beast bomb, that he had to use the make him hit himself. So it's a small chance. It's not a very big chance, but it's still a possibility that it can happen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It definitely don't want to, completely exclude that from the equation because, uh, like you said, Naruto. If Naruto is clever enough to come up with that, then it's no doubt in my mind that Minato could. But the only thing is, Naruto, he did get information from the Hachibi,
Yeah,
but
he
at the
did get
same time
intel,
he
right?
also got information from Bendy Guy as well. Bendy Guy also kind of helped him with that because Bendy Guy was explaining it to him, and he was saying, how did he get that scar on his chest, Bendy Guy? And Bendy Guy was like, well, it supposedly was his most shameful incident, blah blah blah. And then after he got information from Yuki, that's when he put two and two together. So information does play an important role in that. And you can't just say that, oh, Minato will come up with that without information. And then on top of that, you'd have to assume, like, what if Minato did meet the third Raikage in combat before that incident that happened between him and Yuki even happened? You know what I'm saying? Then
Yeah,
what? You know what I mean?
right, exactly. Yeah, so
Yeah. I think that's about it for live Minato and live Raikage.
Yeah, and oh yeah, and to be clear, when we say alive, we're including Sage mode because like base Minato kind of isn't doing anything aside from Reaper Death Seal, and honestly, like I said, it's only under certain circumstances that he would use the Reaper Death Seal. So yeah, base Minato isn't doing anything to the third Raikage whatsoever. Like well, one argument I do have is that you said the third Raikage's like uh, movement speed would be better than Minato's without flying Raijin. I say that's a
Right.
possibility because the third Raikage is faster than the fourth Raikage, but Minato has the feat where he was able to throw the kunai behind the third Raikage's back, and uh, the way it happened was like he threw the kunai, and it was like a casual flick of the wrist too. Like he flicked the kunai, and then it was behind the Raikage's back, and then he teleported to a tree where he already had a kunai, and then teleported back to the Raikage's back before the Raikage could move a few inches. But like we already established, like you said, especially in your video, that the third Raikage is far superior than the fourth, um, especially in attack potency and durability. Speed, it's arguable, but I would say he would definitely be faster. Maybe not by as much as he is in attack potency and durability, but he's still at least mildly faster than the fourth Raikage. What do you think about that?
Oh, okay. Okay. No, no. Well, here's what I would say. I would say like in terms of like if we're talking about like a Senjutsu Minato, he definitely has like the reaction speed like without teleportation to be able to counter like any kind of move because people really do sleep on Senjutsu. Like Senjutsu has like sensory and good reflexes to where they can counter attacks that like for instance, right? If we're dealing with like the Four Tails QB, like in Naruto's case, which is I could say can compete with the Raikage speed. You know, obviously because Killer B can. Killer B, you know, was stated, and you know, pretty much when he does the lariat, both him and the fourth Raikage to actually move at speeds that are comparable to light. So I wouldn't, you know, doubt that, you know, Naruto in QB form will be able to also move around that fast and uh Senjutsu pretty much scales like around that level in between 4 to 6 tails. So I know that Senjutsu Minato will be able to actually react to techniques. You know, even if he doesn't have like the physical speed, reaction speed is really all you need, bro. And I tell people this all the time in like excuse me, like these little, you know, like these Rock Lee versus Neji debates. You know, people, you know, will argue that Rock Lee is way faster, but I'm like, yeah, Neji has 360-degree vision, and like I said, he can see in all angles, and his reaction speed is crazy. But we'll have to
Right.
save
Yeah.
that for
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Like Neji isn't running in a straight line as fast as Lee, but he can definitely react to Lee in
exactly.
close quarters.
Exactly. And it's like people tend to ignore reaction speed like it's not a factor, but it is. So you know, in Senjutsu, Minato definitely could react, but there's still a problem though, because it takes him a long time to net the chakra, and so what Minato would have to do is he would have to get some distance from the third Raikage, which isn't a problem for Minato. Like I said, that's not going to be a. This dude has kunai literally everywhere, so he can get
Yeah.
distance.
And
You know,
also, yeah, and also he can teleport to other places that he's left seals
exactly,
beforehand. So it's like
exactly,
if he left a kunai on the other side of the planet, he can literally teleport there. Which he probably now this I don't want to use too much headcanon, but since he learned Sage Mode at Mount Miyaboku, you would think he would have left a seal there so that he could teleport back there, enter Sage Mode, and then go back to the battlefield. You know, that's like a lot of headcanon, but still, it's a possibility.
yeah. You know, he could do that. You know, it's just, and the
Or not,
thing is, I
like, not.
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
Go
keep
ahead.
going. Yeah, keep going.
Hello.
Yeah,
Okay.
keep.
Now I was saying there's nothing wrong with that. Um, But here's the thing: it would be kind of out of character for Minato to, you know, to keep repeating that over and over again. But if he at least needed to get like, say about, you know, maybe like 3 to 5 kilometers away, just to give him enough time to net that chakra. I can see Minato doing that, but I just can't see him doing it over and over because that's kind of like retreating and running away. But if he just needed to do it, and he absolutely needed to do it, then he could come back, and then he can use that opportunity to net chakra, go into Senjutsu, and he could. Even though he won't be able to see, the only issue is he wouldn't be able to stay in that mode very long, but he could use that Senjutsu chakra while he's in that mode to power up like a big a Sage Art massive Rasengan,
Yeah, like
and
a
he can
massive
actually.
Rasengan, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I was thinking like he would use his speed, like the Flying Rajin, like with the Senjutsu and with that Rasengan to actually catch the third Raikage. And there's no doubt in my mind that he could, but the only issue is he got to get past that lightning armor, and then after that he has to do like damage to his actual body.
Right.
Yeah, that's not going to be enough to put the Raikage down, unfortunately. That's the only thing, and he would have to keep repeating that over and over and over again until the third Raikage just stops getting back up, or stops moving, or he's completely incapacitated. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I agree. Minato's definitely not doing that more than once. If it doesn't work the first time, he's probably just gonna be like, "Oh man, I guess I'm dead." Or maybe Reaper Death Seal if he really has to.
Yeah.
Like if he's trying to save the village or something.
Right.
But yeah, okay. You think we should move on now to Edo Minato versus which Raikage, alive or Edo?
Uh, I, I guess we could do the live verse. We agreed that we were gonna do, um, what was it? Live Raikage versus Edo Minato,
Yeah. Yeah.
or was
Okay.
it, or was it live Minato versus Edo Raikage? I can't remember.
It was alive Raikage versus Edo Minato.
Okay.
Okay.
All
Yeah.
right, so, all right, you want me to go first, or you want to go first?
I'll go first to debunk what Swag Kage said, that even with the half of the Nine Tails, that he still cannot damage the third Raikage, like at all. Even with the QB Avatar, like and it's not just KCM1 either. He has access to the entire half of the Nine
BG
Tails.
mode.
So like
Yeah, the
KCM2
BG mode.
Minato. So like the same KCM mode that Naruto had, that went from not being able to take on two-tailed beasts to literally choke holding 5 of them at once and launching a giant Biju bomb capable of not once but twice deflecting 5 Biju bombs. Once when it was 5 Biju bombs separately, and then it was 5 Biju bombs mixed together that he deflected. Uh,
Hmm.
so yeah, I thought that was important to state, and that Naruto was stated to be. Now it sounds like I'm going off on a tangent here, but this is important to scaling Minato. That that Naruto was slightly above B, not by a lot, but slightly above B in his full Gyuki mode, which is important because that would mean because B base to base is stronger than Naruto. So B and a Jinchuriki transformed into their tailed beast is basically the tailed beast plus the Jinchuriki. So that would mean that that the Kurama, the half of Kurama sealed inside of Naruto, would be slightly greater than Gyuki, not by a lot, but slightly. And it was stated that the Raikage was slightly above Gyuki, probably around the level of that half of the Nine Tails. So I Minato plus that half of the Nine Tails is definitely doing some damage to the Raikage. Like they said, no damage at all. Like they don't think Minato, even in KCM, could do any damage to the Raikage at all, even with the Biju bomb. Uh,
Oh, okay. You know what? I do think I remember them saying that. Okay, now here's the thing. Let me interject. Okay.
yeah.
So, here's the thing. I definitely agree with you that KCM is definitely not KCM 1 but KCM 2 full Biju mode is above Gyuki. So I scale Gyuki to actually be around at bare minimum. With a Jinchuriki, with B, of course, he should be able to take on at the very least. I'm talking about at the very least, bare minimum 3 Biju. But Naruto with a Jinchuriki was able to take on 5. So the third Raikage would scale like around if if at minimum where B and Yuki stands, he would scale like a little above that. But let's say if we wanted to just kind of like fair ball him or high ball him to like 3.5, he would still be missing like 1 and a 0.5. He would still be kind of like below Minato, like in terms of like power, overall power. Because I mean, you're dealing with Kurama here, so I mean, but but the issue always goes back to durability. It always goes back to third Raikage's durability because he not only proved that he could tank a Rasen Shuriken, and this is with a reanimated body, and reanimated bodies are pretty fragile. Like those
Yeah.
things are like paper, dude. I don't understand why, but they're just like paper,
I know it's really weird.
and
It literally
for
looks
him
like
to
paper. Like when reanimations get damaged and they like come back together, it literally
yeah.
looks like paper coming back to their body. It's really weird.
Yeah, it looks like it looks like Conan's, sheets of paper,
Yeah.
So it's like and for him to still kind of like be able to take, because the thing is, this is why people say he came out without a scratch. Because if you look at the anime, you see the cracks like all through his body, but in the manga, he didn't have those cracks in the manga. So that's why people say that, because if you watch the manga, when he hit him with the Rasen Shuriken, third Raikage, even in a reanimated body, he got up like without no cracks. And I kind of have to apologize to any viewers for not providing that manga, panel or screenshot for that video I did for the third Raikage. But I can understand that, and the third Raikage's body, as a reanimation, is not going to be as durable as it will be when
Right.
he's alive. And since we're
Yeah.
dealing with a live one,
Yeah,
you
a live
also have to
Raikage,
take
of
into
course, would have been
consideration.
stronger and would have tanked that Rasen Shuriken with no damage. I'm just saying, like, that reanimated third Raikage, that the alive would be stronger than, would obviously be stronger than the reanimation, but not, like, tanking Rasen Shuriken times 2 or anything crazy like they were trying to say. And it was weird because they didn't show the manga, though. The part of the anime, they actually showed a clip from the anime, and it showed him getting damaged and then reforming. So it was kind of like they said no damage at all, which if they showed a scan from the manga, that would have been fine. But they showed him getting damaged, so that was one of the big problems I had. Uh, that they said no damage at all, like at all.
Well, yeah, like I said, the reason why they said that is because of the manga. The manga always takes precedent over the
Yeah,
anime.
yeah,
So
of
I mean,
course.
I can totally understand that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's you still got to deal with like his lightning armor, because I know we're on a time limit, so I would just kind of want to move forward. And we all know that a Rasengan is not going to work, a Rasen Shuriken is not going to work. So the only thing that Minato really has left in his arsenal is a tail beast ball. And here's the thing: we know that this man, third Raikage, has clashed with Yuki numerous times. You know what I'm saying? And we've even seen Yuki even charge up a tail beast ball that could match with Kurama. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
he didn't do it like kind of like in the same way, when he was, going up against the five tail beast, but he did it when they were fighting the 10 tails, and like him and Kurama literally charged up a tail beast ball together at the same damn time, and
Oh yeah, and
to hit the
also
ghetto mas.
yeah, and
Huh?
yeah, and also Gyuki can like rapid fire spam tailed beast bombs too. Like
Yeah, exactly.
now this part is pretty funny, but we're gonna bring it up because Yuki was like rapid fire spamming Biju bombs at one of the 10-tailed Biju bombs, and it wasn't doing anything to the 10-tails Biju bomb, but that was just important because like he was able to rapid fire spam them, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And what's crazy is the third Raikage is known for going blow for blow against him in his base, and I actually do have screenshots of that, of those scans, in my third Raikage video. So I just thought that was pretty interesting. Like if you can go against Gyuki, the second of all the of all the tail beasts in your base, I mean that's pretty amazing. And it may not be as amazing as Hashirama going up against Kurama, before he became a before he had a Jinchuriki, and
Yeah.
when Hashirama did it, he did it in his base, but that's like the nine tails. But for the third Raikage to do the same thing with the eight tails, I mean it's pretty phenomenal, dude. And
Yeah.
just adding his lightning armor on top of that, I don't really see like Biju Dama's being that big of an issue for the third Raikage, because number one, he does have the speed to dodge it, and at the same time, if he can't, number two, he can actually tank it, or survive it, or block it, or whatever, or deflect it, or whatever.
Right.
But
Oh, and there was another argument that I came up on accident with, as a matter of fact, and
mhm.
that's the fact that if the Raikage ever, for any reason, lets down his lightning armor, or even the fact that Minato might actually be able to put seals on the Raikage's body uh, while the lightning armor's up. Now that part's debatable, but if the Minato can, for any reason, maybe the Raikage just lets down the armor, or something happens where he can't have the armor up, and Minato places a seal on the Raikage's body. And that's another thing too, because Minato actually, if I remember correctly, placed a seal on. I think I have the screenshot somewhere. On KCM2 Naruto's body. So that, yeah, here it is. On KCM2 Naruto's body, um, with the QB cloak up. So that says that Minato should be able to put a marking on the third Raikage's body. And Minato has shown the ability to teleport Biju bombs before. So if Minato puts a Biju bomb, uh, like launches a Biju bomb and teleports it to the third Raikage because he placed a seal on his body, that would be a good thing in his favor, because he's been
Yeah,
shown to
yeah,
teleport Biju bombs from like the full powered nine tails, and also from the 10 tails. Like Yuki was all trying to hold it back, and Minato teleported the Biju bomb, teleported to, ran over to Naruto, and all this is in base. Keep in mind, he teleported away the Biju bomb, then got to Naruto. It looked like he didn't even use Flying Raijin. It looked like he used Body Flicker, but whatever. And then he was like, I'm not too late, am I? And then he was like, all right, brace for the explosion. And then boom, the Biju bomb exploded. And then the other freaking Hokage got there. And then that's when Tobirama was like, dang, you're a better teleporter than I am. And
yeah,
then
yeah. That was
and like,
a ten tails Biju bomb too, which makes that feat even more impressive.
right, yeah, he did that with the Ten Tails Biju Bomb, and then he regularly teleported a Nine Tails Biju Bomb when he was, alive.
Well, okay. Well, going back to what you said though, the only thing I would say is when he did put a seal on QB Chakra Naruto, you gotta understand like you know that Naruto's an ally, so his guard was down. It's not like you know he wasn't like willing to allow Minato to do it, but in the issue of combat, I don't think it'll be that simple with the third Raikage. Because the lightning armor is set up to protect him, and if it's not doing that, then that defeats the purpose of him having it up. So I don't want to
Right,
be
yeah, it was
so quick to assume that.
right, yeah,
Yeah,
because it was
yeah.
stated to reinforce his skin. Naruto's chakra mode actually hasn't really been explained all that much. It just seems like excess chakra that's just kind of on him. It's really weird.
Yeah, yeah, but it does increase his durability, but it's never been stated to be an armor though. It's not
Yeah,
it's not
it's
it's not
never
like it's
stated
not
to
like
be
an
armor
armor,
exactly.
and it's like, with like for instance for the Susanoo, that's actually an armor because Sasuke doesn't have a chakra mode, but he does like, when he goes into Susanoo, that it does provide like some armor for him. So it's kind of like the same thing with the Raikage. Even though they call it a chakra mode, it actually provides like an exterior, another layer of exterior for him. And I'm not saying that Naruto doesn't have it as well. It's just a little different because it really gives him a boost in durability, but it's not really, I guess, a armor, quote unquote. But it's kind of it's kind of just like an armor, but it's not.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
the only thing, and going back to what you said earlier, anyway, which is interesting, what you said about him teleporting, a Biju ball. Let's just say he does like manage to get that seal on him, because I want to go back to that, and he does teleport a Biju bomb like on the third Raikage. That would actually be like a really, really, really awesome move. But the only thing is, like I said, I just we can't really, we can only cross our fingers that it will, like, what I'm saying, like actually do something, because it has to take down his lightning armor first, and then has to do damage to him. And if he doesn't have his lightning armor up, like I said, there's still a possibility that he can tank it, because him going toe to toe with Yuki unarmored and unarmed, and they said that
Right, yeah, yeah. I don't think
there's
what
a
like if he
possibility.
did that, I don't think one Biju bomb would be enough. I was just saying that so that it's every time Minato would want to hit him with the Biju bomb from that point forward, that's basically a guaranteed hit since the flying Raijin seals never disappear, well unless you become the Jinchuriki of the Ten Tails. But besides that, it was stated that they never disappear. So that would, if he can put the seals on Dorai Kage's body, would be a guaranteed hit as many times as Minato has chakra. And since Minato's Edo in this case, he should have infinite chakra. But yeah, keep going.
Yeah, matter of fact, he does, and I guess we can just conclude it with Minato taking the W on this one, because I mean it's all just going to come down to the third Raikage fighting for another 3 days and 3 nights until he finally exhausts. And yeah, because I mean, there, here's the thing, right? Because Kurama actually cannot die. He's an avatar, he's a spirit, so
Right.
he's never going to die. You know what I mean? But he can actually eventually run out of chakra, but Minato can't because he's reanimated. So even if the Kurama chakra kind of like runs its course before third Raikage, candle burns out, he could always like recharge and infuse more. And the third Raikage still has to kill Minato. And right now, I don't really know what he can. He does have sealing jutsu. That's interesting. He does have like a sealing urn that he can use, but I can't see Minato getting caught, only because like he's just too fucking fast. So I'll just give the W to Minato for
Yeah, and like
um
base KCM1 Naruto was compared to Minato's speed by the fourth Raikage, and that was KCM1 Naruto, and KCM2 Naruto would obviously be faster, and that's the mode that Minato has access to, not KCM1. It would be KCM2, which is a stronger KCM1 essentially, and that's like stacking flying Raijin on top of flying Raijin. Not exactly. I'm not saying Naruto is like teleportation fast. That would be a fallacy, but it would be comparable, to Minato's. At least his reaction times, like when he did the whole kunai shenanigan and was able to like throw the kunai behind the third Raikage. I mean, sorry, the fourth Raikage before he can move, 3 inches.
mhm.
So like I don't really see the third Raikage being able to hit him too much. He probably would land a few hits, but nothing like he would have the chance against base Minato. You know, there would be
Yeah,
a
because
yeah.
I mean that full Biju mode is, it's going to be kind of hard to get around that, buddy. And you got all those tails, and even if he can go blow for blow against Kurama, still, after his stamina runs its course, and Minato, like I said, he's reanimated, so he's never going to run out of chakra. He's not really going to die, no matter if he takes damage. So I really just don't see any. So I guess move on.
Yeah, okay. Now Edo third Raikage versus Edo Minato, with the QB and all that jizz. Um okay, you want to go first?
Well, sure, why not? Well, now the situation changes, because now the third Raikage now has the same advantage that Minato has, which is now you can't kill me either. You got to either seal me or whatever. And it's like what's so crazy about the third Raikage is he already has crazy durability as a reanimation. And even though he may only be at probably 90% at best at his full power, um, just the fact that he's reanimated, he's never going to tire out. Like, when he was alive, he went for 3 days and 3 nights straight. But now that he's reanimated, he'll just go on and go on and go on, and he still has impressive durability. And
Right.
you know, now you have to seal him. That's like your only option. Once again, Minato is going to be in a situation where he would have to use Reaper Death Seal again because the fight is literally never going to end between these two. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the fight literally can't end until one is sealed. So yeah, cause infinite chakra and infinite regen. So yeah,
Yeah, infinite regen, infinite chakra, and here's the thing, right?
yeah,
They both have sealing jutsus, but I think the only reason why I'd say the Reaper Death Seal is a better sealing jutsu is because like we've actually seen it in action, whereas we only seen a glimpse of like that sealing urn that was used by the third
yeah,
Raikage. Um, and the thing is, he not only has to seal Kurama, but he has to seal also he also has to seal Minato as well. And I don't. Don't here's the advantage that the third Raikage has when it comes to his sealing jutsu that Minato doesn't have. It doesn't require like a life for a life, so he doesn't have to like sacrifice his soul to do it. So if third Raikage can pull it off quickly and he can seal both of them, then I guess the W goes to third Raikage.
yeah,
But
yeah.
if he
Cause his
can't,
is an actual win. It's not a draw like the Reaper Death Seal. It's an actual win. Like
yeah,
you said, yeah. If in that case, the win would go to the third Raikage. But I do want to add one more thing. It seems like he did have to have that urn, so that would be an object that he usually doesn't carry around. Just for anybody that would want to make that. I honestly, if you gave him the urn, that would be fine. It really doesn't matter. Uh,
yeah,
in
that's true. At the same time, he doesn't really carry like reanimated. He's more than likely not going to have it. So I guess we might as well just kind of throw that out of the window.
Yeah, like honestly, for me, I mean, I see Minato probably breaking it with a Biju bomb or something because it's not like they're like most of the time anyway. They're not a beam, right? They're not like a tiny little beam. They're like a nuclear bomb going off. So like if he tries to launch a Biju bomb at the third Raikage and he tanks it, but the urn is behind him, it would probably break. You know?
Well, it all depends. If he has like his lightning armor up, then it'll provide it with some defense. But if not, it probably would.
Right. But yeah, and also this is something that I've seen some people bring up that Minato has other sealing jutsu. Now it's true that that was stated, but it was never shown. Like you would think if the Minato had that many OP sealing jutsu, he would have whipped one out against Madara, for example, or Obito or
Yeah,
somebody. You know what I mean?
exactly, exactly.
So
All right.
Edo versus
I mean,
Edo, I'm leaning slightly towards Minato, like maybe like 7 out of 10 high diff. What do you think? Like, could he have? Well, no. See, it wouldn't even be a win. It would just be a draw. But Minato would be the one doing the killing, if that makes sense.
yeah, but see, here's the thing. Okay, okay, because it changes every time. The situation changes every time. Like this is a really good battle. I'm glad you came up with this because, like, for all three scenarios, the situation changes every time. We started with the live, where the third Raikage like takes it hands down, right?
Yeah,
Then
like
the
yeah,
situation
the
changes.
Raikage takes it pretty handily. Yeah.
Yeah, but then when we get to him being alive versus dealing with Edo Minato with full Kurama Biju mode, it's now like the Raikage has to just continue to fight until, like, his stamina runs its course, because Minato's now put in a position where he doesn't have to use the Reaper Death Seal. He doesn't have to. All he has to do is just, because he's, like I said, he's still alive, so all he has to do is wear him down. And
Yeah, it's like
so,
the
even though it's
positions
gonna
like
be,
swap because like alive Minato versus alive Raikage. The Raikage obviously has more chakra. Like he fought for 3 days and him losing, like running out of chakra. It's probably him being really thirsty. And Minato, while he's reanimated, he literally has infinite chakra. So after the 3 days and 3 nights, Minato doesn't have to eat or drink, so he would survive. But this case, they're both Edo, so it's kind of like, I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah. It's like in this case, the only outcome is pretty much, I guess, a stalemate, because it will just come down to like, all right, look, dude, if this thing continues, this fight is never going to end. So Minato would just have to just say, well, you know what? Let me just do us both a favor and just put us both out of our misery. And
Right?
it's going to
Yeah.
come down to the Reaper Death Seal once again, and it's going to end in a double KO. So I guess, Raikage gets the first one, Minato comes back and get the second one. In round three, they just double KO each other, because
Yeah.
yeah, the fight's never going to end, dude. You know
Right,
what I mean?
exactly. That would just be going forever. Because infinite chakra equals infinite not dying. Like,
Pretty
yeah.
much, pretty much.
Okay, any final thoughts, inputs?
Nah, just everybody that's subscribed to my guy T-Lin here. Make sure you check me out. Look at my video, the third Raikage, the strongest shield. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. It's entertaining, it's a little funny, and all that other good stuff. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this man here. This guy is a genius. He came to me with this idea, and I was like, "Holy shit!" So yeah,
Yes, yes. Subscribe to me. Subscribe to him. Come on, share the love, guys. Share the love.
yes, we need it.
Yeah. Let me see. I don't think I have too many more inputs. Yeah. Just subscribe to the both of us, or I'll drop Yuki on your house. Okay. Um. Also, if you think we're wrong, my Discord's gonna be in the link in the description. So if you think me and him are wrong, I'll debate you, no problem. You get wrecked in the debate, okay? Um, so yeah, link to that'll be in the description. Also, a link to Konoha's actual channel will also be in the iCard and in the description. You can check both places; it'll be there. Um, let's see, yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and share, and the Cool Geek out. Bye.